over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV.
What up, y'all?
I'm hustling.
All right, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. So without any further ado, let's bring the action. What is up with my damn... Why is my... Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that, you savage.
Put the cream.
All right, let's get some music.
To the top. Oh yeah.
Get some music up in here. And then I would like my videos to be playing. Why are my videos not playing? Hold on. Whatever. It's all good. Good afternoon. What up, Ski? Tell us, Cryptoscope, how you been? I've been great. Because we're talking about the Browns being the Browns. It's your boy. What's Gucci, Ski? Sold all my Gala today. Sold all my crypto today. Damn. I'm just going to invest into buying babies. Can you check Mover? Sold all the crypto today, huh? What was the reasoning? I mean, bro, we're up 60% still on the year. FTM, please. Can you check Mover? When you get into things, I got you. I'ma just accumulate for the big push. But the dip soon. Check it out. Buy the dip soon. Buy the dip, son. That's right. All right. I thought you were saying something else. Let's go, bro. What up, what up, what up? Bitcoin right now, we're still just ranging. All right, guys. But this is healthy. Like, this is a nice, solid base that we built here. Okay. This is a good place to be. And what we don't want to get below this level right here at 24,000, call it 500. That wouldn't be great. But where we're at right now, this is fine. And the new moon is coming up. I think it's on the 14th. So we have a few days and we're going to start getting in the new moon energy. So I anticipate at least probably a test up at the top of this little medium range at the $27,000 mark. And we could test as high as 31,000. I don't think that we're going to bust out of this range for another 30 days. But I think we will be somewhere between 25,000 and 31,000 heading into October. That is what I think. Bitcoin analyst, please. Just bought some today. Stocked up on Sol. Let's go, bro. FTX news on the 13th of September. Buy the rumor and sell the news. Okay? So everybody and their mother is aware that this FTX thing is going to happen on the 13th. Everyone is anticipating a move to the downside on the 13th. When everyone anticipates one thing, it is almost never what happens. In fact, it is almost completely it is almost completely the opposite. Sammy says crypto is a scam. That's what my friend Gary says. He works for some place called the SEC. Friday says, I doubt anything will happen with this news. I agree. We'll see though. I'm open-minded. September, the caveat of that, the prior statement on what I just said, the caveat is September is typically not a great month for cryptocurrency and or the stock market. So that is the caveat to that statement. Okay. But I think that things will be good. Probably between, I would say like the 20th, we're going to start to head out of this energy. I don't think that we're going to bust out of this range this new moon. It is possible because these things go very quickly when they go. However, I think by the next new moon in October, we're going to be out of this range. We'll be testing probably somewhere in this little area right here, testing as high as 35,000. Now, the deal is, if we don't reach 35,000 before December, I have to shave my head and my beard. I'm quite fond of both. So I'm very confident that that will happen. I'm late. Where are we going? It just started. The party just started, Joe. Bitcoin finally dropped. Bitcoin final drop 19 to 23,000. I think that is possible. That's like neither one of those prices are crazy. It would just mean, the only thing that would mean is just more consolidation. Like, that's not out of the realm, and it's also not out of the realm to go to 35 and then come back down to 23. 23 wouldn't be the end of the world. 19 would be pretty tough. That would be, you'd be looking at some more consolidation. It would just take a lot more time. But I think that it's completely possible, though, very much in the realm to, like in the 23 scenario, it would be something like this. Boom, bust out, hit the 382, come back down to the 23 as like a little spring before then going off and away to the 0.5. That is what I think is the likely scenario in which we would actually hit 23. If we hit 23 before we hit 35, that means we have some more consolidation to do, which isn't amazing. And eyebrows. Christopher, I'll shave my eyebrows if you shave yours. We in this together, fam. Taylor says, I'm not holding my breath for lows on Bitcoin. I don't think they let people buy at those ranges. My mom says they never grow back the same. Let's just hope this ends by September, says DG. Wake me up when September ends. Now, I would honestly, okay, if Bitcoin, let's just say like Bitcoin is boring. Let's just say Bitcoin is boring and just is in here until October. I would be very confident that this is going to hold at that point. By the time we get into October, if we haven't broke this range to the downside, I am very confident that it will hold. And this very well could be the last 24, or call it 23K Bitcoin ever. Or, well, you'd say 20K, because it would still theoretically be possible to do what I just said earlier. The last teen Bitcoin ever in the history of ever. Like, who here thinks that we will get a $900 Bitcoin ever again? Show of hands now. Does anybody remember that show, MXC? Who here thinks that we're going to be getting $100 Bitcoin? Show of hands now. Hooray! Well, you're wrong. Bitcoin's far too long. We've gone on and on forever. Look at you, sir. Let's go, Cleveland. Cleveland, this one's for you. Yeah, I am from Ohio. Just Do says never even 5 to 7K Bitcoin, never ever. 5 to 7K Bitcoin is not, it's very unlikely, but it's technically still possible. It's technically still possible. The only scenario that would be possible, I'll go over it real quick. I don't think there's no, let me be clear. There's no signs stating that we are doing this in any way at all. However, there is one scenario with a very, very Jim Carrey. So you're saying there's a chance of happening. And that would be that the bears are actually right. And what they think is going to happen is this right here. We're going to come down to 12K. And that is somehow a good thing for Bitcoin. And then boom, bull run starts. I got news for you. That is not happening. This part will not be happening. If we really do go to 12K, it would look like this. And we would go all the way to right here, 3 to 5K. And it would just be a super prolonged bear market. Before then going off to another bull run. And that would probably take you, like, we would skip all of 2025. But there's no scenario where we come down, touch 10K, touch 12K and just up to the bull run after the longest bear market in history, because that's what we're at right now, the longest bear market in history, and now you're going to go set a new low. Like, no, that's not happening. It's not happening. So anyone clamoring for 12K to then go on to a bull run is wrong. There is a possibility where 12K is hit. It's a very slight, small possibility. But the only scenario where that plays out is you're really going to 3K. My theory is 2024 mid will see the top instead of 2025. It's possible. I think if anything, it would be later. It would be like late 2025, because each one, this bear market has been later. Just think 2 million Bitcoin is lost by people. More than that, I imagine. I would say 10 million Bitcoin is lost. I saw that too. You saw what? Don't trip by the dip. That's right. Don't trip by the dip. We've been here before. We've been worse here before. Some of you were with me back in here, and I was live streaming here. Some of y'all were with me back then. DCA all the way. Where do you see Bitcoin in 2024? Probably just making new all-time highs. It depends. Like, are we talking like January of 2024? Or are we talking about December of 2024? We're probably just making new all-time highs by the end of 2024. It's possible. Your scenario has some validity. Like, there is a possibility. In all likelihood, the ETFs will probably get approved at the beginning of 2024, and that's possible if that would be the bull run. You say it so casually. I say what so casually? 20K or not? I don't think so. If 20K, it's after 40K. I don't think that. Okay, so like, think about this. I want you guys to think about this for a second. Like, think about where we're at in the market. Okay. So this right here, this liquidation. Can you guys see this? Let me zoom in. This liquidation right here was the biggest liquidation since FTX collapsing. Okay, these type of liquidations, they don't happen twice in the same month. It just doesn't happen like that. Often what you will get is a yin yang. You'll get a W. Like, the most likely scenario is we got this huge liquidation. We had this little peak up, and we're probably gonna, boom, take it right back to the same like force and to the same like volume of time is how it's gonna come back. That's the most likely scenario. For sure though, a giant liquidation like this followed by pausing, you don't have liquidations of the same magnitude twice in the same month. They don't happen like that. Now, if we were to have another liquidation, we would at least like get back up to 27. Another liquidation of this size would look like this. This is how it would actually look like. It's not like what people think is going to happen is like liquidation, sideways, liquidation again. That's not what's going to happen. How it would likely play out would be liquidation, sideways, touch, liquidation again. That would be like the more likelihood, but like it would be sideways for much longer. And I don't even think that this is how it's going to play out. But you certainly don't get two liquidations the size of FTX in the same month. Everyone is anticipating that though. Everyone, I'm like seeing on Twitter, I'm seeing in my comments, I'm feeling the vibes. And the vibes are not good. The vibes are everyone thinks that we're going to get one more of these. Boom. 12K, 20K. Anything in the Matrix is possible. That scenario to me is not likely though. Very unlikely. It's more likely that we get a move to the upside, maybe to the 236 at 28.5, and then having another liquidation all the way back down to 25. I could see that happening. You say it so casually. Bitcoin new all-time high. I say it casually because the math is very simple. 21 million divided by infinity. It's a matter of when will it happen rather than if, because the math would tell us like at no point in time is the government's going to be like, all right, whoa. That's too much printing. We're going to stop right here. That's the end. That was a close call. We almost went exponentially and lost 98% of the purchasing power and continue to ramp up. Good thing we're stopping right now. Like, it's not happening. That's not going to happen. Do you think banks filing for spot ETF already have their bags full? They certainly have a good bag. They're not going to, everyone else isn't going to profit off of them. Like, they are going to profit for sure. Too many people saying 19 to 23K. It's never that simple. That's right. It's not that simple, John. Bear market a couple months before going. So, DG, I've said I moved off of my 2017. What I think we're doing. I think we're doing the 2013 bull run, which is up here. Let me bring it up. So this is basically the structure on which I think that we are moving. We're operating. So this is 2013 bull run. No, this is not the right structure at all. Where's my fractal? Here you are. There we go. So this is the structure in which I think that we're doing. So this is 2013 bull run, 2014 bear market, 2015, 2016 retracement, and then 2017 bull run. So in this scenario, we went at this moment right here. Now I can go back and show you, but at this moment right here is when we hit the 618. And we only came back to the 382 before marching along. This would be when we got to a new all-time high. We came back a little bit, but it was mostly just marching up into a new bull market. It's kind of like actually how it played out. And so pretty much that's what I think that we're going to do. Let me actually pull this over and see how far we actually went. All right, so okay. I mean, I guess that's possible. But this is basically what I think that we're doing. This is basically right here is where I think that we're at, guys. Right here. Let me pull up 2 of them, actually. Let me pull up 2 of them. Let me pull up both of them. Let me get rid of this. All right. Let me try to line this up. So basically, this is where I think we're at. And we've just been hanging out. Let me pull a fib on this. So this is the proper bull run right here. This is the proper buying climax. Buying climax is after a bull run. The buying climax is the true top. And what you'll see is you have an up thrust that goes higher than the buying climax, and up thrust that goes higher than the buying climax. But by all accounts, this is the real top. This is like Google Trends top. This is Coinbase IPO top. This is the real top. What ticker is this? This is Bitcoin. Okay, and right here is the up thrust. This was not as mature back then as it is right now. So Bitcoin is much more mature of an asset, which is why it has more of a rounded top. In Wyckoff, they call this Wyckoff distribution. The rounded top is distribution, Wyckoff distribution. You have your buying climax, your up thrust. You have an up thrust test. This isn't necessary. We didn't get one last time. And then you go back into a bear market. This cycle goes over and over again. This is the type of stuff that's on my course. So you have your markup, bull run, Wyckoff distribution, aka the top. You have your markdown, bear market. Then you go back into accumulation, the bottom, and you do it all over again. Yin and yang. It's just over and over and over and over again. This happens. Okay. So basically, this is the same structure. If you look on Google Trends, this moment looks exactly like this. All right. So all of these are the same. Outside of this right here did not go as high. It did not go as high because it's not as mature of an asset back then. This is back in 2013. It's much more mature now. Anyways, right here is basically where we are at. We've broken out of this bottom range. And we've been hanging out on the 236. The next move, this particular case was 200 days. We went up to the 618 and then we came back down to the 382. So if that were to hold true again, it would be up to 48K, back down. What the fuck? This is in. It'd be back down to 30K. This is in market cap. I don't know why it's on market cap. Anyways, it would be up to 48K, back down to 38K. Let me switch this chart because that's no good. All right. All right, so we've been hanging out at the 236, just like we were hanging out at the 236. Up to 48K, back down to 30K. And then we're just going to march along into the next bull run. In this particular case, when we got to a new all-time high, we came back to the 702. So coming back after a new all-time high, let's say we got up to 73,000, we could potentially go back to 51,000. Whack off. Uh-oh, camera's off. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Hold up. Wait a minute. You broke it. Is it wiser to just DCA in Bitcoin and wait for the dominance to fall, take profits in Bitcoin and start going into alts? I think, okay, so for sure, Bitcoin is the showstopper until, let me get back. Great question. So in previous times, like this run up right here, Bitcoin was the king and was the most profitable until maybe here. And I think like this little run was the alts was the most profitable. But the first initial run is definitely going to be Bitcoin. Now, I think it's wise to accumulate some coins, but I think that, or at least let me say what is my strategy. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you what to do. Hasm, thank you for the rose, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
My strategy is to be heavy into Bitcoin until we start to get a new all-time high. That's what I'll be doing because I know, based on history, Bitcoin is the showstopper until towards the end of the bull run. This moment right here. Now, I'm still accumulating other cryptocurrencies right now, but Bitcoin and XRP are tied for me with the biggest positions in my portfolio, and they'll stay that way until we get into the alt season. He says, let the cream rise to the top.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. To answer your question, though, in past runs, Bitcoin has been the showstopper until the last, let's say it's from here to here. The last, 150 days, 120 days, something like that. Any further drops in price till the end of September? No. In my opinion, no. Because everyone is clamoring for it right now. And I was like, my gut feeling was, and like TA was telling me no. Just TA was telling me no. And my gut was telling me no. And then I started to get the real feel of the internet and all of the other creators and all of Twitter and all of like that. And I'm very confident that in my thesis because of that. What up, Ski? Listening to you while I drive. What up, bro? Everybody wants new lows for alts. That's right. But the market doesn't give everybody what they want. They give everybody what is most painful. And what's going to be really painful? I don't know, that you missed the bottom. That would be painful. Altcoin after Bitcoin tops out. I don't say like tops out, but like Bitcoin would make a new all-time high. Okay, so no, that's not true. Actually, let Let me take that back. There are two scenarios when we have an alt season. Scenario number one is after Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two is when Bitcoin retraces. Those are the two scenarios. So theoretically, we could have an alt season when Bitcoin goes up to $48,000. We could have an alt season. In past iterations, that has happened. But it doesn't necessarily like Bitcoin's at the tippy top. All right, now alt season go. It's more like Bitcoin has just broken past, you know, back here it was $20,000. All right, Bitcoin just broke out into a new all-time high. Then you look for the alts to start pouring in. What up, Ski? Did you do XRP? I haven't. Dan the man. What will Bitcoin bottom after this bull? 60K? Probably. It's hard to say though. That's like not a bad guess though. Even like 50K is like a pretty big psychological level. The only thing I think we might go a little bit lower is because I don't see enough people crying about their investment. It's possible. Anything in the Matrix is possible. I can only tell you what I think is going to happen. I am not the end all, be all, knows all, sells all for the right. No, that's not what I am. Is Render done for? Give us top 3 indicators. Top 3 indicators to judge an altcoin will probably not survive the bear market. Indicators for altcoins for me are not necessarily like on the charts. For that. And so for me, indicators that I'm looking for in altcoins are real world utility. Do they have real world utility? Not in theory, not possibly, not possibly, not on the roadmap right now, today. What are you doing in the real world that solves real world problems? That's indicator number 1. Indicator number 2 is the leadership, the management. Like, what are the players? Have they been in other big assignments in the past? Have they been a part of big Googles, PayPal's? Like, what's their resume? What did they found? And number 3 is like, what connection do they have with governments? Because which ones are going to have the path to least resistance? That for me is the main things fundamentally that I'm looking at on a coin to see if it's worth investing into and worth looking at the charts. Also, their supply. Do they release the correct supply? Well, it doesn't matter what they release to me, as much as they said they were going to release this much at this time and they released this much at this time. That is more important to me than specifically how much they release or what their specific inflation rate is. So those are kind of the things that I look for in altcoins, personally. Can you believe Cleveland beat Cincinnati again? I can. I called it on my last live stream. I said that we were going to win. I bet my little nephew, if you're watching out there, Matthew, don't think I forgot. Because he's a Cincinnati fan. I bet my nephew 100 push-ups, and I will collect the rent. The NFL is all about matchups. I made another channel if you guys want to follow me on that. It's just for fun, just like a sports channel. But it's Skis Sports. SKEY and then sports, I think. Let me see. Cool. Yeah, SKEY Sports. Ski Sports. I made a new channel. That channel's just for fun. It's not going to take away from the main channel. Only adding an addition to. Jay says, let's go. When do you think the next leg up? Also, FOMC interest rates, thoughts? The next leg up to me is probably in October. I think all of September we're likely going to be ranging between 31,000 and 25,000. I'm open-minded to either one of those, you know, leg up or leg down, but that is my thesis. That we will be ranging for the next probably 30 days or so. Rolling Bitcoin profits and alts and the large caps into small caps seriously compound the multipliers. Yeah, that's basically what I do. I take some profits to the house. Some profits, you know, big picture. We're in the bull market. We've had new all-time highs. Some profits go to the house, and then some get reinvested into medium caps, and the medium caps get reinvested into micro caps. That's basically how I play the market. Better collect those push-ups. I certainly will. I will be collecting the rent. Oh, by the way, guys, I still have a couple of slots for a free video on my course. So make sure you private message me either on Instagram or preferably Instagram or Twitter, because I can't send you the link if I pick you. But I'm giving away 5 people a free video of my course for free. 5 lucky people. So I got a couple more slots on that. Make sure you message me on Instagram or Twitter if you want to get my free video. It says Sand TRB. All right, we'll look at some of these coins. My mom says I got a free one yesterday. Thanks. Haven't watched it yet. It's a good one. All right, what are Hasm says, you know the hype of quant, and you know that quant doesn't have utility value or purpose. Quant has a lot of really big partnerships like Oracle and Amazon. You say it doesn't have any utility. I would disagree. What's your Twitter handle? At Gayeski. I think you could probably look up your boy Ski as well, but my actual handle is just my last name, Gayeski. I'll put it in the chat. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. All right. There we go. There is my Twitter. Phantom, please, my bro. Jay says, I'm Polish too. That's why I'm your boy Ski. Mine is S-K-E-Y. Because when my grandfather immigrated here, he changed it from S-K-I to S-K-E-Y. I'm a third generation immigrant. Says companies can use fiat for quant services, not necessary to use quant. It's not necessary. But even using quant versus fiat, quant, even on the Ethereum network, is exponentially faster and cheaper to move. Internationally, you wouldn't use it for a token, but even if you were to use it for a token, like a currency specifically, it's exponentially faster and cheaper than fiat. Like I can send you money on Cash App and you're gonna get it, but that doesn't mean the hard transaction has actually cleared. That hard transaction takes about 5 days. All right, we'll do like, I'll do a few. All right, we'll start with Phantom. I think he was first. Yeah, we're kind of like in a sweet spot right now where I can do everybody's coins. Do you own ARB? I don't. Gucci Crypto says, I tried to message you on Twitter. All right, I'll look after the live stream. Tony says, I have not seen your videos for a while. You lost some weight. That's good. Yeah, I think I maybe lost like 10 pounds. Nothing too crazy. But do you have to validate? Says I need to validate. ARB. I don't know. Let me see. I don't see any. All right, scratch that. Just message me on Instagram because I don't see it. Spark FX, thank you for the roses, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Does your Patreon cover any courses on how to do your own research? It's a mix between Wyckoff, Elliott Wave, Fibonacci's, trading with the moon, all the indicators that I use, how I set up my charts, my portfolio, books that have helped me, and then real world things, a part of my life that have actually helped me outside of crypto, just life in general. And then it's ever evolving. So I upload a video every single week on there. So beyond all of that, like general stuff, it is off of what the community wants me to teach. So every single week I upload a new video on there. As of this moment in time, there's no videos on how to do your own research, but that can definitely be something that I put in there. Thanks, bro. See you about to look into Phantom. I plan to keep profits, digital assets, and live off of crypto. Cash is dead to me. No longer needed. By the way, I'll be living in the UAE. All right. Phantom. Yeah, Phantom's about to double bottom here. This is a level that you want to hold for sure. You already hit the automatic rally. Retracement $1.60. Parabolic level for Phantom is $8 hairs. Yeah, we're kind of at like a sweet spot right now. Friday says MC. We're kind of at a sweet spot with the channel. Because like some point in time, I'm not going to be able to do everybody's. Damn, that was like a spring lower. At some point in time, I'm not going to be able to do everybody's coins. Like my channel's going to get too big. So for right now, we're kind of at a cool spot. It's going to be too overwhelming at some point in time in the future. Because I don't plan on stopping to grow. Yeah, so this was like a spring lower. We don't really want this to... This level right here is kind of where we want to hold. If it doesn't, we could be looking at a double bottom. And if we double bottom again, that wouldn't be amazing. Automatic rally is $1. Retracement is $5. Parabolic level is $26. Quick question, is Render good coin in your eyes or not? Good entry right now? I don't have any Render. That doesn't mean that it's good or bad. It just, for me personally, at this stage in the market, like I talked about earlier with Robert's question, I'm only really focusing on my top 10 or 12 coins. I think I have 12 coins right now. And once we get into the next phase of the market, I will be rotating into other things. So for me, it's not top 12. It doesn't mean it's good or bad. It's just I don't have any. All right. I think you said Render earlier. We'll look at it. I mean, this is a pretty, like, a back test on the prior range. So $1.20 is kind of the Yeah, 120 is kind of the line in the sand. And if it goes below that, like you're looking at getting all the way back down here to 70 something cents. But if this holds, this could be a good entry point just based on the charts. Now, I don't know anything fundamentally about this coin. Retracement is $3.40. Parabolic level is $17. Mover. Yeah, Mover's making new lows. Not amazing, for sure. Like, there's really no data to go off of either, because this thing was listed in the bull market. So $4. We could look at the RSI. And I don't know anything about the inflation either. Automatic rally is $43. Retracement is $212. Parabolic level is 1,100. Says, although the theory says that liquidity will flow from ETH to the large to mid caps. We saw that new coins and small caps can have its own run before the actual bull run. It's true, but mostly that is the exception and not the rule. It's mostly a few isolated instances and not what the standard is. So my investment thesis isn't off of what is possible or what can happen, but rather what is likely. What is the most likely outcome? What's XLM up to September 12th? I'm not going to do it on the day. What's your top 5? Top 4 is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Quant. Render got dumped because it got shifted too much. I mean, yeah, people were taking profits for sure. Neo Gas. I will do a couple more. I'll do like 2 more. What is the market's segment that you're most bullish about this cycle? Like the sector that I'm most bullish on? The sector that I'm most bullish on, liquidity. So the biggest problem in the world right now is liquidity, and we've seen this play out in real life with all these banks collapsing. They're literally collapsing because they don't have liquidity. Because an ACH transaction, and it's a big problem too with the like Cash App and stuff. Cash App is causing these problems to be, and Zelle and all these different things are causing these problems to kind of be exploited. So like if I Zelle you $20, you're gonna have it right now, but that transaction doesn't actually clear for like 5 days, and the banks have to spot the liquidity in the meantime. So for me, the coins that solve that are like XDC and XLM, XRP. Those ones, I think, solve the biggest problem on the biggest stage. I like DeFi as well. DeFi and liquidity, I think, would be my top two. X Mars Squad, X Team. I don't think that they're good guys per se. I know that they're solving real problems. And I'm not really like this team versus that team. I'm in team financial freedom. That's what I'm interested in. Good to see you. What up, Tom? The bull run, April of 2024. I think it will be obvious. April of 2024, we will likely have already made a new all-time high. I'm not so sure that we're going to be like parabolic in April of 2024, but I think that we'll have new all-time highs by that time. All right, we'll look at DAG. And then Hollywood P says, what's your thoughts on optimism? I'm bullish on all layer 2s, to be honest. Yeah, I'm team financial freedom. So Constellation at a very critical level here. This needs to hold. If this doesn't hold, we're probably going to get into the 2 cent range. Automatic rally is 7 cents. Retracement is 24 cents. Parabolic level is $1.14. What month is the peak of the Bitcoin bull run? I would just be looking at... All right, so I can't tell you what the month is. I can tell you when you'll know that it's the month. How about that? Sound fair? Is that fair? Here is how you will be able to know that this is the month that the top is in. Okay? You pull out your little iPhone. And then you go on the App Store. Like so. And then you look at the apps. And you go to top free apps. And then this will rank for you what the number 1 apps are. Right now, Coinbase is not on the top 200. Coinbase is the number 1 app in America. When Coinbase is top 5, that means that the month is in. When Coinbase is top 5 on App Store rankings, that means the month top is in. Now, there's other indicators on the charts, but that is the easiest indicator for the average Joe to be able to wrap their brains around. When that thing shows up, like, be aware in the top, like, 25, gets top 10, like, okay. If that thing gets you in the top 5, like, you know it's done for. It's over. Forget about it. Tom, thank you for the rose, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
All right, I'll look at it. Yeah, they don't have tea food, bro. Can't do that one. So there you go, Long Journey. Hopefully that answers your question. Alright guys, this was just kind of a... I didn't miss gas, did I? Alright, last one. I gotta go. I need to plan out the week. This was just kind of a chill live session. I might come out on later tonight. We'll see how time permits. Why is September and October notorious for crypto going down? Do you want to know the real reason? The real reason is because based on the correct calendar, or the calendar that the elites use, aka the people that run the world, aka the people that run the money, the calendar that they use, the new year is in October. It's not in January. Moon phases. Yeah, the new year is in October. That's why. Go away in May. We're up from, or we're down from May. Maybe I should have followed my own advice. That's the real reason why. Because the Hebrew New Year is in October. Alright, retracement for gas is $11.50. Parabolic level is $53. Alright guys, make sure you message me on Instagram or on TikTok. I am giving away a free video from my course to 5 lucky people. 5 lucky people for free. And if you don't win, you can get my full course for the price of a cup of coffee. You will get access to my portfolio, a full course. You'll get access to books that have helped me. You'll get access to my full trading course, my private Discord, buy, sell, call alerts. If I do not double the value, 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked, for the price of a cup of coffee. I know you buy some coffee anyways. Get that SNME 500. Invest in yourself. All right, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. I'm out.
Damn, hustling,
Hit your boy.